Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, then welcome. Today we are going to be talking about the elephant in the room, the thing that everyone wants to know about, but no one wants to talk about or admit that they got done. And that is filler. In particular, in this video, I want to talk about and take you with me to an appointment where I got my cheeks done. The reason that I'm posting this video now, I was actually going to post it a while ago, but then I had all these other video ideas come up. The B-roll that I took on this of my actual procedure was done in July. It is now January, so that's why seasonally the clips are going to be off. Right now it's winter, so I'm in winter gear. The clips then was in the summer, so I'm in like a tank top and I look more tanned and all that stuff because it was 6 months ago, which is the amazing thing about filler. It actually stays and lasts for a really long time. The reason that I'm finally posting this video today is because I was at a party on the weekend with my parents and all of their friends, and now that I'm doing YouTube and everyone knows that I'm an open book, I was getting into a lot of private conversations at the parties where people were like asking me where I went or what I felt like or what I had done. And me being me, I have absolutely no embarrassment or shame or anything towards it. So I was just telling everyone. Everyone was interested in it. Everyone wanted to know about it and how everyone felt taboo about it. You know, it's only when I was in a one-on-one conversation with someone that they were like, oh, Gabby, by the way, I watched your video about your nose job and like la 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 la, or like, can you, where do you do Botox, and like, well, how do you, and all this stuff. And it's like very hush hush, which makes me laugh because I just don't think it's that big of a deal. And I just don't think that we should be ashamed of wanting to look more awake and fresher and to enhance ourselves. And I feel like the people that are all about aging gracefully are also the ones that are in my chair every 4 weeks because they can't even have 1/8 of an inch of a gray root showing. It's the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I might get hate messages, but it's the same thing. Botox and filler makes you look more youthful, brighter. If you don't overdo it, it can really enhance your beauty. If you overdo it, it can detract, just like anything else, just like overdoing your hair, just like over plucking your brows. Anything, when you go too far, it takes away. But if you do it responsibly and in a way that is for enhancing, I think it looks pretty amazing. So I just want to take the stigma away. I want to take the stigma away. It's not that big of a deal, you guys. If you want to do it, if you have the money for it, you go to a really reputable person who you really trust, you really respect, and get them to do it for you, because it's really not that big of a deal, and it's just going to make you feel a little bit fresher, a little bit better when you wake up, and you might have to do a little less makeup. All right, now that that rant's over, let's talk about what I had done. So back in July, I had my cheeks done, and the reason that I needed to get some cheek filler, or I wanted to get some cheek filler, is because after I had Oliver, my second baby, I got really big with him. With my first baby, I gained like 18 pounds in total. It was crazy. I had a lot of complications. With Ollie, I didn't have any complications, and I just got huge and pregnant, and I freaking loved every minute of it, but I did gain 40 pounds with him. So after I gave birth to him, I'm a naturally really skinny person. It's just the way that I am. I dropped all of that weight, and I dropped it really rapidly. So what ended up happening is that after I was finished breastfeeding, for example, my breasts have like a lot of extra tissue, like a lot of extra skin, because they got so full and now they're so teeny tiny. The same kind of thing happened with my face. So I had, like a fuller, more chiseled face. After I had dropped all the weight, my face kind of sunk down. And what ended up happening is that I got really deep nasolabial folds and really dark pockets under my eyes. Obviously, I was sleep deprived. Part of it was environmental. Part of it is also genetic. But regardless of that, they were worse than they needed to be, significantly worse than they needed to be. So I took a clip of my face with makeup on before getting it done. Let's head on over there right now. This is what I feel like has happened. Because I've lost so much weight after Ollie, all of the fat through my face has come down. So it's really like sunken this in and given me really heavy nasolabial folds. My face now is just like really narrow and long. And so by putting some filler through here, what it will essentially do is fatten this area, and then it will lift this up so that these lines here are softened. It's because I lost so much fat there that it's real. See how it's really deepened that up? And with that as well, I also got like really deep, dark, like kind of concave dark circles under the eyes because there's no fat here to lift and smooth that. It's just all sunken down. Okay, so as you guys can see, there was a lot of things going on in my face. I just felt like everything had moved down, whereas we want things to move out and up. So here is our appointment with Jessica. She's gonna go through it step by step with you. Let's go.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Caceres and I'm a nurse practitioner with Bonita Medical Aesthetics. So Gabby is here to talk about her volume loss in her cheeks. Oftentimes in our 20s and 30s, our major issue for coming to see somebody like myself is mostly because we want our lips to be nice and plump and some Botox, which are all very valid reasons. But one area that is not as common that we wanted to talk about today was volume loss in the cheeks. So unfortunately, over the age of sort of 25 to 30, what happens is the fat pads that are over top of our zygomatic arch, so the prominent part of our cheekbone here, start to sort of flatten. And this is even more the case in patients or clients who end up having rapid weight loss or weight loss over a period of time as well. It can happen. That fat pad starts to shrink down, as well as our skin just doesn't naturally make as much collagen and fibrin and hyaluronic acid, so it doesn't stay as plump and as full as it did once before. So what ends up happening is our faces actually fall right down. What we see on people's faces when their cheeks start to fall is that we start to see sometimes more dramatic under eye circles and volume loss. So a lot of times patients will come in saying, oh, they want their tear troughs done, when in actuality it's that their cheeks need to be lifted. The other thing that we see is oftentimes there's a sort of a shadow and a line that is right underneath the prominent part of the cheek. So kind of going from the corner of the eye right down to almost the jawline, which Gabby has some of that for sure. And also more prominent nasolabial folds, so these folds right here in the face. So what filler is, it's hyaluronic acid, which again we have naturally in our bodies. So today what we're going to be using is actually Restylane volume. So the goal of this is to inject it along the cheekbone to actually bring the cheek back up and highlight the cheekbone itself.
Oh my god, I love it! Oh my god, what the hell?
And notice your under eyes.
It's
like you
crazy.
don't have an under eye issue.
Like how did it totally flattened it? It was so concave here.
So tonight you want to roll up a couple of towels either side of your ears so that you're not sleeping on your side.
Oh, okay.
Try and sleep on your back as much as possible.
Okay.
Try not to lean on your face.
Yeah.
In the next 4 weeks, you're going to get another 20% volume increase as long as you're drinking water. Again, it's not like you're going to wake up with chipmunk cheeks. It just softens and it just blends and it really looks great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So there you have it. It wasn't really a big deal. If you guys are wondering whether it or not it really hurt, you can see in that clip that I wasn't cringing or crying. My eyes weren't even watering. It was fine. It feels a little bit weird. Sometimes the injection has like a crackly sound and that's uncomfortable because it's weird. But whether it hurt, I would not say that it hurt. I would say that it just feels like a bit of a pinch. It feels a little bit weird, kind of like when you're getting your blood taken out. But it was fine. Immediately after I had the procedure, I took another video in my car and you can see what it looked like immediately after in terms of the bruising.
So I just got home and I obviously have no makeup on, and this is what it looks like right now. So I feel like it looks really great. There's like so much more lift and fullness in through here, and I don't have really any bruising, a little bit in the injection points, but not much. So I'm feeling like pretty good about it. And my face isn't even really sore, a little bit more on this side because I think this side was a little bit weaker, but like overall, really not bad at all.
And there you have it. Within a week, 2 weeks at the most, all the bruising was gone. My face just has a much more lifted appearance now. I feel like I look just like myself. I don't look fake or filled, but I just look fresher and younger and like I've slept a hell of a lot more than I actually do and have in the last few years. I'm gonna leave Jessica's information in the description box below if you are in Southwestern Ontario. I highly, highly, highly recommend going to see her. She's the best person I've ever gone to in my whole entire life, and I trust her with everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I was able to destigmatize some of the stigma that's associated with filler and with Botox. If you wanna do it, do it. It's really not that big of a deal. You're just gonna look a little bit better, a little little bit fresher and still very natural if you go to the right person. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your week. I will see you next week.